Alright, here's a very quick version of the VFX pull tutorial. So here's how you pull your VFX from your edit timeline. First we're going to select all of our VFX and we're just going to move them to their own track. And then if you want to be extra detailed, you can change their color. Boom. Next thing you want to do, you want to go through, you want to right click each of these and go to Clip Attributes. Select Name, and then you're going to rename each and every one of these. The format here is 2 letters that represent the title of the movie, so in this case German Ambush, so GA, reel number, and shot number. And now there's only 1 reel in this because it's a short film, but if you were doing a feature film you could have anywhere between 5 and 8 different reels, and they're just 15-minute chunks. And then the shot number 010, and it's going to go up by increments of 10, so it'll be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so on and so forth. If you want to know why we do that, I've got a longer video that explains all of that. Quick tip, before you actually do render this, you want to make sure that the track that has your VFX shots is the only visible track. Boom, so make sure that's turned off, and the only thing we can see right now is the VFX clip. Once we've gone through and we've renamed all of these clips, we're going to bounce to the color tab, and we're going to throw on a color space transform. And for this first version, there's going to be 2 different ways we're going to export this. One as EXR, and then the second way we're going to do it is as an MOV file. There's kind of the high budget and the low budget version. So this first one is a high budget, so we're going to convert from Blackmagic Design, Video 5, Film Gen 5, output color space, use timeline, and our timeline color space is set to aces. Alright, so now it's going from Blackmagic to aces, which is going to be our intermediate color space, and we're ready for the next part of this. We're going to go to the Export tab, and we're going to change our format to EXR. Make sure we're rendering individual clips. You're going to do RGB half. You can render at the source resolution, but in this case my source resolution is 6K, so I just want to do 4K, so I'll change it here. In our advanced settings, data burn-in, none. We're going to turn off enable flat pass because we want it to do the color settings that we established. And then find where we want to export the files to, select that folder, and in our file name we're going to do %, clip, and it's going to be clip name, and that's going to take all of these clip names that we inputted manually and it's going to export each one with its own name. Next thing we're going to do is place clips in separate folders, add it to the render queue, and render it. Alright, stepping backwards, now let's do the sort of low budget, quicker version of this. We're going to export as MOV files, and MOV does not read linear aces. So what we will do, we will just ignore this. We're not going to mess with the color space. Leave it in its original camera profile. Go back to our settings. Render as individual clips. Video setting is going to be MOV. QuickTime. Codec, DNX HR. You can also do this as ProRes if you're using a different software, but because Resolve doesn't come with ProRes out of the box, we're going to do DNX HR. It's going to be 444 12-bit. If you're doing this with ProRes, I recommend Quad 4 XQ, 444 XQ, or 422 HD, I think it is. Then we're going to go to 4K again. You can also again render this at the source resolution. No data burn-in, but this time because we want it to export the camera profile, we're going to turn that flat pass always on. And again we're going to do our custom name, %, clip, and clip name, and then add to render queue and render.